As always, I prime my eyelid with some Maybelline concealer, and then I'm just going to buff that in and place a nude shade over it. And then start off with these two peach colors from the Peach palette from Too Faced. And I just buff this into my crease with a larger, fluffier brush so it kind of gets everywhere. Okay, so I looked for the names of these and I couldn't find them. So I'm taking that orange shade with a little bit smaller of a fluffier brush, and I just kind of work that out on the outside and then drag whatever's left inside just to kind of orangify it, because this is a very tropical look. Then I'm picking up this dark teal shade. This is the only matte teal shade. And I just work that in a outer V and build it up by dipping my brush back in. This is not as vibrant as I was hoping it was going to be, so I go back in a little bit later. Then for the middle of the eye, I'm taking that lettucey shimmery shade. Don't ask me why lettuce came to my mind when I thought of this, but I'm packing that with my finger in the middle of my eye. I'm picking up that minty icy blue for the inner part of the eye to add some blue back in, even though it's a predominantly green look. I just want to add a little bit of blue. I'm using the same brushes we used before just to buff out those lines. And then I pick up this shade Molly. Please don't come for me if I pronounce these all wrong. And I'm just adding that on the outer part of that eye just to intensify that greeny blue. Now I'm picking up Zola, and I'm just going to be packing this in between the minty color and the lettuce color. And I just keep on packing on these little shimmers. And I take that matte shade one more time from the other palette and just pack that on the outside just to darken it a little bit as much as I can. I'm taking this single eyeshadow by ColourPop, and I'm putting this between the darker matte teal and then the lettucey color to kind of marry these two together. This is the shade Cusp. It's a very dark blue-green, more green than blue. Then I'm picking up Banana Daiquiri, and I'm just going to put this between the minty blue and the lettucey color. I think I'm going over Zola when I do this. And then I'm picking up Valley Girl. These are all single eyeshadow pots. And all I just do is just highlight the inner corner and underneath my brow bone just a little bit to add a little bit of brightness to it. Then going back in, I'm going to pick that orange shade up and just intensify it up in that crease area, especially on the outer rim, and then dragging that in just to blend out that little line that we've created with adding so many colors. To prime my face, I'm using the Dr. Brandt's Luminizer Primer, and I just rub this all over my face, especially in my T-zone and over my cheeks. Because I am self-tan, I'm going in with a drop of the Born This Way in Sand and the LA Girl Pro Coverage, I think. And I know my face is a completely different color, but my neck and my body match this foundation, so I just went with it. Using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I believe this is in Fair, and I just go up underneath my eyes and in between my brows and along my chin just to highlight, because I am a lot tanner. I just kind of want to even it out just a little bit. For cream contour, I'm using the Ulta Cream Contour Palette, and what I do is I mix the middle two shades and then that middle shade, not the darkest one, and then I just paint this up underneath my cheekbones, and then I'll only go in with those two middle shades when it's like on the lighter parts of my face, like my nose and around my temples, but then underneath my lip, I'll almost exclusively use the really dark shade. And I'm back to using Coty Airspun powder. And I use my sponge and I'll bake the center of my face and right up underneath my eyes. And then what I normally do, like anywhere that creases normally, and then I'll take the brush and I'll just kind of buff the rest of the powder all over my face, and that way it's a lot quicker. And then for bronzer, I'm using the Beauty Basics bronzer, and I take that middle shade with my little fluffy brush, and then I just work that in. It's very warm tone, so pale girls beware. For contour, I'm using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contour, and I'm just taking that on an angled brush and running that up underneath my cheekbone, kind of along my nose and a little bit on the sides of my temple, not really up on the top, because I've already put bronzer there and I don't really need to contour my forehead that much. I do this every single time I contour. I take that lighter shade, it's a little bit of a banana shade, and I run this up underneath my eyes, along my nose, and in the middle of my forehead, right in the center. Sometimes along my chin, and then sometimes if I think I got a little muddy with my contour, I'll go up right up underneath it and clean it up. I'm using the Real Her Be Fearless, Be Limitless, and I'm picking up that middle shade of their blush kit, which is in Limitless. And then it's like a nice like coral color, and I just kind of pack that right up under the apples of my cheeks and kind of drag it backwards. Don't go in too heavy-handed because it will stamp on your face in a clownish coral color. Totally worth the splurge. I got the Anastasia, I think it's pronounced Amrezy, but it's their highlighter collab, and this looks amazing on medium skin tones. It looks really, really good when I have a tan. It looks still pretty good even when I'm not tan, but it looks absolutely amazing on that medium skin tone. And I just kind of bathe my whole face in it. Looks very, very summery. Now I'm taking that orange shade in a smaller brush and just buffing that up underneath just to tie in the crease with the rest of it. Honestly, I could have just left it like this, but I had to be a little bit extra. And I end up taking that matte teal shade that we had before and just kind of buffing that in the outer third of my eye. Not even dragging it in all the way, but just a little bit, just to bring in that teal. Now I'm going in with two eyeliners here. The first is this Jordana one. I believe it's called Teal or just Tantalizing Teal. But then this one that I'm using is a green ColourPop eyeliner. This is in Teaspoon. What I do is I trace all the way that outer third, like I did with the eyeshadow, with this greeny blue. And then I'm going to go in the inner part of my eye with that Jordana eyeliner. And what it's going to do is just kind of tie in with our look and make it a little bit of green, a little bit of blue. Just kind of that overall just tropical feel. I love putting teal on my waterline. It just really, really shows up. Okay, now that I have my lashes on and everything, I'm just going to finish up with adding Buffy from ColourPop, and then we'll be done. And this is the finished look. I hope y'all like it. It was really fun to kind of get some like blues and greens out there. I want to do something more like bluey and maybe like with some hot pink in there or something. one of my friends mentioned the other day Fiji water, and for some reason all I could think of was like the blue and like, I guess it's fuchsia flower thing on the front of it, and so I thought, you know, that would actually be a really fun color combination. I know a lot of people have been doing that because of the BoxyCharm palette, but anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this short little video. I feel like it's been forever since I've made one, because it has been forever. It's probably been like three or 4 weeks at least. But anyway, if y'all like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and I will see y'all next time. Bye!